Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching First Bite. We're in part 4 now, Rebirth. It's the same feeling, the prelude to waking up. It's 5 minutes before your alarm goes off, when you know you're about to enter the waking world but the desperation to stay asleep claws at you. My fingers begin to twitch, and I blink as if I'm struck, anchored to the land of dreaming. Hazy memories drift to the forefront of my mind. Then perfect clarity. Everything. I remember it all. From entering the house, to meeting the vampires, to the interview, to Valeria's bedroom. And finally, to the turning. I'm still in Valeria's bed, my eyes still closed, my senses slowly returning. I can smell her all around me, floral and sweet and sharp. As well as my nose feeling superpowered, my ears are fine-tuned to, well, everything. I can hear the skittering of animals outside, the gentle chatter of humans down the street. And then I realize there's also a couple of things I can no longer feel, once vital things. The most vital of all, my heart, is dead. I'm hyper aware of it in my chest and it feels heavy despite its dormancy. A gentle reminder of my new state of being, I suppose. There's also a distinct coolness around me, from my bones to my skin. Though it isn't the same as being caught in the snow and left to thaw, it's just a strange, prickling awareness. All things considered, this feels like a peaceful sort of awakening. There might be a distant memory of pain and screaming, of my body dying and rebuilding itself while I was stuck somewhere in between, but it doesn't haunt me. Maybe it's tucked away for keeps. I take a moment to embrace it all. And then I feel a finger poking at my cheek. Hey. I hear a quiet, dirty laugh, and I'm suddenly all too aware of a body beside me. Valeria. She's lying flush against me, her body temperature now feeling strangely normal, if not a little warmer than my own. I suppose that, technically, I'm a freshly risen corpse. Cool.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
I groggily open my eyes when I hear her voice. My eyelids feel heavy and my head is throbbing like I'm suffering through the worst hangover in the history of everything, but the sight of Valeria soothes away the ache. Damn, nice outfit. Leaning over, she presses her crimson lips to my ear, her voice dipped low. Good night and happy death day. Night? How long was I out for?
You died, little bird. It takes time for the body to recover from that.
I can imagine. You were out for about 3 days, give or take. Not bad. I've seen some take up to a week to turn fully. As I shift under the covers, I focus my attention on my arms, more specifically that they're crossed over my chest like I'm a poor facsimile of those dramatized movie vamps she scoffs at. I roll my eyes at her, trying desperately not to smile. Really?
Ugh, you're the one so enamored with all those silly little vampire tales, kitten. Besides, I was bored. Had to entertain myself somehow.
Her pout shifts into a smirk. I pause for a moment to take her in where she lounges beside me, and if they were still able to, I think my cheeks would be heating. The incredibly flimsy lingerie that she's wearing leaves little to the imagination, and for that I'm incredibly thankful. It even has sparkles. Feels like I'm seeing her for the first time in high definition. She's even more beautiful than my feeble human eyes could ever possibly comprehend. She has a glass of red wine, expensive and old, my new nose tells me, in one hand, and the other clutches an indecent-looking novel titled First Bite. Oh. The cover is adorned with a particularly lewd illustration of a vampire chowing down on a half-naked human who looks a little too pleased about it. I can relate. A vampire romance novel? Is it good? You're absolutely not in the position to judge me.
Did dying make you forget that you write cryptid erotica, sweet thing?
Fair point. Can I at least see the synopsis?
Ugh.
Can't have my sire reading subpar smut. I move my hand to reach for the book and I see that my other dark clothes have been replaced by a black silk robe. It even has fluffy sleeves. Before I can question it, Valeria speaks. It looks adorable on you. I stare at her for a hot minute before I remember her tricky little mindfuckery powers. Thanks, I think? You're incredibly welcome. Now, do you feel up to taking your new body for a spin? Close your eyes, baby fangs. Oh, that's adorable. Baby fangs. I nod and oblige without hesitation.
Illy, Laurel, enter.
Open? Are we gonna do an orgy? Laura and Ilias are standing in front of me, and if I had to guess, they were probably lurking outside and doing some very casual vampire eavesdropping. Valeria asked us to assist with gently easing you into the fold. What Laurel said. So, what does that entail exactly? Valeria sets aside her book and glass of wine and stands to join the other two.
We planned a little surprise for you.
I love surprises. The three of them grin at me, sharp teeth on display. It's decidedly unnerving. I narrow my eyes at them. Feeling less enthusiastic suddenly. Please don't bring in a human for me to suck on.
Oh, cool it, baby fangs. It's nothing like that. Yet.
It's scary. It's your very first day as a vampire, and... Valeria nods to both Ilias and Laurel, and all three of them pull something behind their backs and place it on their heads. Fucking party hats with rainbows on. They're also all holding colorful party poppers. This is the best birthday ever. If my heart could beat, I think it would be pounding double time. The fact that they did this for me and that they all look so happy. Feels like I'm really part of their family, like they're proud of me. I really hope vampires don't cry blood. I guess I'm about to find out.
Happy birthday.
After our little celebration, Valeria escorts Laurel and Ilias out of her room to give me a moment to compose myself. I walk around trying to get used to driving this hot new immortal body. I stare down at my palms, my skin flawless, if not a little pastier than its usual hue. I poke my fangs with my tongue, feeling the newly sharpened points. Valeria said that they'll get bigger in time, and she seems to find great pleasure in calling me Baby Fangs. I dig it. I'm actually a vampire. A real-life blood-sucking fiend. Dracula and I are practically the same. Ish. Saying the words out loud makes it feel real, and I know what I want to do next. Thinking of Ilias, Valeria, and Laurel standing together, it hits me that my entire life has changed in ways I couldn't possibly fathom. Everything I thought I knew, all the things I held dear, all of that's behind me now. And yet, the thought is strangely appealing. My stomach flutters and my chest tightens, but the tears that spring to my eyes don't feel like any sort of grief at all. Feels like a new beginning, and just maybe, belonging. I wander downstairs and find myself back where I started, in the foyer. The portrait of Nasty Dennis feels no less threatening, though, despite my newfound immortality. I chuckle to myself. Just 3 days ago, I was a regular human who stumbled my way into their lives. So much has changed, but I'm still the same me. I'm still mad. Well, that's not completely true. I'm the Technicolor version of myself. Remastered, now on Blu-ray! Laurel graciously hands me a glass filled with blood. I don't ask where it came from, and I don't care. I'm suddenly all too aware of the way my throat burns. My body aches to taste my first drop. I greedily snatch the wine glass from their hands and down it in one go, like a frat boy at a kegger. I catch a messy dribble of blood that runs down my chin with the back of my hand. I lick it clean, careful not to waste a drop. Fuck, that's good. I look at them all staring at me, eyes wide, grins wider. I realize I probably look like a wild animal, unable to control myself. Shit, I'm sorry.
Think nothing of it. Your first drink should have that kind of emotion behind it.
The ache never dulls. It's glorious.
You'll get used to it. Control comes with practice, kitten.
Valeria carefully pours me a second drink from the blood bag. Oh, negative. Drink up. I savor this round. I take small sips, letting it linger on my tongue and really enjoying the taste for the first time. Copper sweet like a mouthful of pennies with a spoonful of sugar on top. Wonder if every human tastes the same. Probably not, if I had to guess. Probably not. A woozy kind of drunkenness overtakes me, a semi-replacement for the warmth I now lack. I think I need to sit down.
Come on.
Ilias guides me over to the sofa and we both take a seat before Valeria and Laurel follow suit. We all cozy up together in the too small space.
Ugh.
Finally, an excuse to get a new sofa. I fucking hate this thing. Blood tipsy and sated, I can't help but smile as I sink back into the plush cushions. My shoulder itches. How do you feel? It's a lot to take in, and I'm sure it'll take some time to get used to the whole being dead thing. But I feel good. Really good.
Luckily, you've got eternity to figure it out.
Damn straight.
Unless you find yourself in the hands of a vampire hunter.
Good point. I'll tear anyone who tries to harm you apart with my bare hands. Fuck those Van Helsing types, am I right? Valeria raises an accusatory brow at me, but she's quick to shake her head and smirk when I wink at her. Can't believe there really are vampire hunters, though. Next you'll tell me that Mothman is real. No, don't tell me. Mothman's real, isn't he? Laurel stares at me blankly.
Well.
He is. He has a great arse. I told you guys in the first episode, Mothman has some fucking cakes, boy. It surprised me to see it become the most popular part of the website. What were you thinking? Do you know how many people want a piece of that Mothman ass? But regardless, I wouldn't worry your pretty little head about hunters, Matt. It's been, what, 50 years since we last encountered one? Last vampire hunter that dared to enter the city of Portland didn't last very long. We destroyed them without even breaking a sweat. Pathetic.
We celebrated our resounding victory with sprinkled donuts.
Ooh, tasty. Ilias huffs, clearly offended that Laurel took the glamour out of his story. Yeah, covered in the blood and guts of our brutally slain enemies.
Free donuts are the only real way to celebrate anyway.
I agree. Ilias huffs and folds his huge arms across his chest, an impressive pout on his lips. I need to hear this story in intricate detail. Some other time, we promise to teach you everything we need to know. Or you need to know. I just want to know how to contribute to protecting our coven if shit hits the fan, you know? We are coven, right? What's the proper terminology here? Brood, clutch, pack, clan, coven. All are interchangeable. What should I call us? You're our kin. Kin. I'll let the name settle on my tongue. I like it. Good, because you're here to stay. You have to like it. The room falls into silence, and it's the comfortable kind. I look around, taking everything in. Powerful Ilias, entrancing Laurel, breathtaking Valeria. I smile to myself. This is my new home, my new life, my new world. Finally, I belong. Congratulations, baby. Hell yeah. Wait, was that it? Is it? Oh, okay. That's the end of the game, I guess. Look at those goth boobs, huh? Oh my god. Yo, shout out to all the voice actors. Y'all are so fucking good. Marie Westbrook, Jalen Castle, Alejandro Sab. I think that's how you say that. So good. Sprites and all the artwork. Well, that was a fun little vampire romp. I really enjoyed that. I still want to know if that's NSP's James Roach. But I still feel like he would have been credited as Jim Roach. That's it, I guess. Let me know if y'all want to see Laurel's route or Ilias's route. I wasn't expecting this one to be so short, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.